Hello, everyone, and welcome to our workshop, Student Presentations Online, Tools and Strategies. Presentations are a great way for students to demonstrate their understanding of concepts covered in your course. There are a wide variety of tools that will help you facilitate student presentations online. In this workshop, I will share an overview of some tools and strategies for student presentations in online courses. My name is Yvonne Johnson. I'm the Multimodal Teaching Coordinator in the Faculty Development and Instructional Design Center at Northern Illinois University, and I will be your presenter for the workshop. I have a doctorate in instructional technology and a master's degree in adult education with an emphasis in human resource development. My research interests include critical pedagogy, inclusive online learning communities, cultural competency, and educational technology. I've been teaching educational technology and graduate level research courses for almost 15 years. My teaching experience includes face-to-face, blended, online, fully online, accelerated, and full-term formats. I'm excited to have the opportunity to support faculty and instructors who are pivoting to remote teaching during this unprecedented global challenge. Now, let's share some brief introductions. If you would please answer the questions in the text chat and let us know your department, your university, where you're joining us from, and how you plan to use student presentations in your online course. I will allow some time for people to post their answers to the questions displayed on the screen in the chat box. Okay, Mariana, I see that you can hear me now. Great. A number of people are posting their introductions. We have Jen from NIU in the Department of Kinesiology and Physical Education, wants to explore how to move structured student debates into an online format. Madeline from Department of Communication and Honors, joining from your home. Your students give oral presentations and speeches. Okay. Alicia from Center of Nonprofit and NGO Studies in Sugar Grove, working on student presentations for the capstone experience. Okay, great. Mary Gardner is looking at, she's from Curriculum and Instruction, and you're at your home and feel that presentations are valuable. Okay, great, thank you. And Rebecca, going to be teaching comms and public speaking as part of that. You'll be having students upload their speeches to Blackboard. Great, okay, great. We have Sagan from Department of Education, and you wanted to learn more about presenting online. Okay, great. And Mariana from Department of Curriculum and Instruction, wants to learn more about how students can present using Blackboard Collaborate. Thank you all so much for sharing your introductions and your plans for how you might incorporate student presentations in your online courses, and we'll be talking about some different ways that you can do that and some pedagogical considerations. Thank you very much for sharing your backgrounds and your goals in terms of this workshop. During this session, we will discuss why you might have students present in your online courses. We will also discuss several tools that are available for students to use when presenting in your online courses. There are many, many tools available for presenting in online courses. Today, we will focus on an overview of tools for which our center has resources curated in our Keep Teaching and Keep Learning sites to ensure that faculty and students can get up and running as quickly as possible. I will also mention other tools that may be used for online presentations that have some support resources available on their websites. Today's session is designed to provide an overview of a range of tools and options for presenting online, rather than on step-by-step instructions for how to use the various tools. After we review the tools, we will have a question and answer session. During that question and answer session, you'll have the opportunity to raise your hand and engage, ask questions. So if you would please hold your questions until the end of the presentation, and then we'll have plenty of time for questions and answer. And I will send a follow-up email after this session, which includes links for resources and tools that we discussed during the session, and more specific information on how to use those tools. First, let's consider why you might want to have students present in your online courses. During the introductions, a number of you shared reasons for asking students to present in your online courses. Several of the reasons that you shared were active learning instructional techniques. Active learning is one example of a reason why you may ask students to present online. Active learning is an important pedagogical concept that helps support students' learning. When students are actively engaged in the course, they are more likely to remember the information that they are learning and learn it at a deeper level. Active learning also helps motivate students to continue to engage in the online course. They feel involved, they're having fun, their interest is stimulated, they're motivated to learn, and they're accomplishing tasks such as presenting their knowledge to other students and the instructor. Engagement in an online course can occur both synchronously and asynchronously. When the instructor and the students are in the same online space at the same time, the teaching and learning are occurring synchronously, as we're doing in this session right now. Similarly, when the instructor and students are in the course at different times, the teaching and learning are occurring asynchronously. While you were sharing your introductions, several of you mentioned that you plan to have students present to share their knowledge in the online learning community. Student presentations could be designed as a formative assessment to gauge students' levels of understanding while they're learning course materials and concepts. Formative assessments provide the instructor the opportunity to clarify misunderstandings and share more details while the students are learning course concepts. Presentations could also be designed as summative assessments, which are higher stakes assessments that are worth more points. Summative assessments are typically conducted at the end of a significant portion of the course, such as a midterm exam, a final exam, or a major course assignment. Presentations also foster development of a learning community in online courses. For example, presentations honor students' individual voices by providing them opportunities to share their unique perspectives with the entire learning community. Presentations also help students connect with others from diverse backgrounds and different life perspectives when discussing the concepts shared in the presentations. When students are presenting and discussing information, they are also constructing knowledge with their peers, which help them to consider the course concepts from perspectives beyond their individual points of view. As I mentioned earlier, the Faculty Development and Instructional Design Center has developed and posted many resources to support faculty and students on our Keep Teaching and Keep Learning sites. Today, We will take a broad look at some of the web conferencing, discussion, video authoring, and screencasting tools. We will also look at a couple of other tools that are built into the Blackboard Learning Management System that Northern Illinois University uses, and those tools connect with resources on our main faculty development homepage. Lastly, we will touch on some other tools that are available on the web that students may be comfortable using to create presentations for their online courses. Let's take a look at web conferencing. Web conferencing tools can be used for students to present in your online courses. The web conferencing systems include a full range of tools to support online synchronous meetings. Web conferencing sessions can be recorded and made available in your course. And recordings that are available in your course are useful if students are assigned to respond to other student presentations, they want to review the material after a synchronous session has ended, they want some time to reflect on the information shared, and then post a more well-developed answer than a spur-of-the-moment type of answer. Recordings also support students who may not have been able to attend the session or had some technical challenges due to the current high demand systems that we're using and technical issues that are occurring across the globe at this time. The Blackboard Collaborate system is the web conferencing system that we are currently using. Students could use the Collaborate system to present to the entire class or present information in breakout rooms. Students can present and interact in real time and deliver the presentation to the entire class, as I'm doing with the session today. During the web session, students could share audio, video, text, whiteboard, computer screens, content, and applications. The sessions can be recorded and are available in the Blackboard course. There are several workshop recordings that explain how to use the Blackboard Collaborate system on our Keep Teaching website. There's also a workshop recording that addresses breakout groups in Blackboard Collaborate. If you would like more information about those, the recordings are available now on our website. Microsoft Teams is another web conferencing tool that can be used for synchronous online presentations. Teams is integrated with the Microsoft Office suite of applications and is often used by employees to send text messages to their colleagues. There is a synchronous online web conferencing feature that could be used by students to present. Students can share video, audio, text chat, PowerPoint, and a whiteboard in the Teams app. The desktop can also be shared using Microsoft Teams. A range of resources to support those who want to use Microsoft Teams is available on the Keep Teaching and Division of Information Technology websites for NIU. The Teams application can be loaded on your desktop, laptop, or mobile device and does not require logging into a Blackboard course to access the tool. That is a consideration if you're looking for an option that you want to use outside of a Blackboard course. Some tips for using web conferencing. Due to the significant increase in current demand on all web-based tools, you might want to limit the use of video and audio to avoid bandwidth issues. As we're doing in this session, I'm presenting, the video is off, I have the audio streaming, the participants in the session have their audio and video off, and the transmission doesn't have extra demand, and the transmission should be a more stable connection. When a student is presenting, you can ask the rest of the class to keep their microphones muted and video off. And students can still use the text chat to ask questions and share ideas and engage in the presentation. You can see with the web conferencing, there are a variety of different ways that the tools can be used to engage, support active learning, and address the various types of technology that students are bringing to the classroom and have available in their homes. The dial-in option may be the only way that a student can access a web conference due to tools and internet connections available to them. Think about options when creating assignments, and think about the requirements for students and the purpose of having them present online. Could the presentation be recorded and posted in the course for others to comment at a later date, rather than requiring all the students to be online for a synchronous session? Options, adaptability, and flexibility are key to allow students to fulfill course requirements to support their success and address their other responsibilities that may have significantly increased due to the global pandemic. Synchronous online sessions may not be as realistic for some students due to their current situations. Take some deep breaths and be patient. Students and faculty are all learning these new tools and how to navigate the shelter-in-place restrictions. Kindness, patience, and encouragement go a long way to help students feel comfortable and confident with the transition to remote teaching and learning. Another way that students can present online is by using a discussion tool such as Flipgrid. Flipgrid can foster interaction between you and your students by allowing students to record themselves in a video format. Students can then share the recording either with you alone or with the entire class. This tool can be a catalyst for multimedia dialogue in your online course. Some instructors have reported that students who tended to be shy in face-to-face setting perked up in front of a camera, becoming more expressive and comfortable, contributing to the class discussions. An example of the impact discussion tools such as Flipgrid have was evident in an educational technology course I taught a couple of years ago. I began the course with a few different options for students to share their knowledge, including typical course assignments such as online discussion boards, blogs, written assignments, journals, various other assignments. And about 4 weeks into the course, one of my colleagues mentioned a new video discussion tool that was available to us. I let the students know that the new tool was available for them to share in the discussion board if they wanted to try to use that video tool to discuss with colleagues. One of the students who had been posting minimal content in the course decided to try the video tool. And the submissions that he uploaded using this video discussion tool were creative, engaging, fun, personal, professional, and addressed all of the requirements for the assignments. Other students enjoyed the video discussions shared by their colleague, and others began to use the tool as well. The key was options. The discussion came alive in the online course environment, and students' voices were amplified. It was great to see the engagement and the excitement emerge as the course progressed. The Flipgrid tool allows users to either record with their webcams or import a video that they have already recorded. Video authoring tools are another option that students can use to present in an online course. Video authoring tools provide students the opportunity to record original content and quickly create their own media to present in an online course. VoiceThread is an online platform that allows you to put digital media such as images, videos, and documents at the center of an asynchronous conversation. VoiceThread allows people to contribute to discussions using a keyboard, microphone, webcam, telephone, or uploaded audio file. With VoiceThread, students can upload their PowerPoint slides to VoiceThread and record audio over them. Then they can share the VoiceThread with you or their classmates asynchronously. There's not a synchronous option for VoiceThread. To use this option for assessment, you would use VoiceThread's graded option. When you're setting it up, check the box to enable evaluation, and then use the assignment builder to require that students create their own VoiceThread. The VoiceThread video authoring tool can help support active learning, engagement in the course, and humanize the environment because students are sharing their original content and voice in the online learning community. VoiceThread also includes an auto caption feature. And keep in mind when you're using tools that have auto captioning auto tools are helpful, but they're not perfect. So be sure to review the auto captions and revise them as needed to ensure accuracy. There are a number of resources on the Keep Teaching website for VoiceThread. All NIU faculty and students have access to use VoiceThread. Screencasting tools are other examples of video authoring platforms. Screencasting allows users to record anything on their screen with audio and a webcam to create informative and engaging software or other screen-based demonstrations that are saved as a video file. These files can be hosted in VoiceThread or another video platform and then shared in your Blackboard course. Using different types of video authoring tools is a great way to incorporate multimedia engagement in your online courses. The Screencastify and Screencast-O-Matic tools are free and are posted on the Keep Teaching website, along with resources and links to help you understand how to use the tools. Other tools that can be used for students to present in online courses include Blackboard portfolios and the whiteboard available in the Blackboard Collaborate web conferencing system. The Blackboard portfolio tool provides a way for students to create an electronic portfolio that can be shared with the instructor and colleagues in the course or others outside of the university. The portfolio can be designed to include examples of students' work on a project, in a course, in a program of study, or examples of assignments they've created during their entire time at NIU. When creating Blackboard portfolios, students can include audio, video, images, and documents to represent their knowledge of course concepts. Students can also include examples of their skills and intellectual development over a period of time when designing a portfolio in Blackboard. Sharing portfolios among classmates helps students to learn from how their peers presented their knowledge of course content. Multimedia portfolios add interest to a presentation of students' knowledge and skills and foster engagement in online courses. Electronic portfolios also honor individual students' voices and build community in the course by allowing students to share their knowledge in unique and interactive ways while engaging with others in the learning community. Reflection assignments can be integrated with portfolio assignments to encourage students to critically think about their learning and intellectual development and to consider different perspectives of other students. Using multimedia can motivate students to be creative and use different types of media to present and represent their knowledge. The Blackboard Portfolio tool is available to all faculty and students at NIU. The Faculty Development and Instructional Design Center website includes extensive resources and tutorials. to support faculty and students who are using Blackboard portfolios in their courses. I will share a link to those resources in the post-workshop email that I send to each of you. The whiteboard in the Blackboard Collaborate system can also be used for students to present to the class. The whiteboard is a simple tool that allows students to share a visual representation of their understanding of course concepts in an engaging way. Students seem to enjoy the whiteboard, which supports engagement in the online course. Students could share a concept map that shows the connections among topics in the course. The instructor could then lead a discussion that builds upon the correct information on the whiteboard and clarifies any misunderstanding or gaps in information that students may have at that point in time. Using the whiteboard in this way is a type of formative assessment that provides opportunities for the students to gain feedback on their developing knowledge while they're learning the course concepts. Students can then clear up any misunderstanding they may have had while they're learning and get the clarification before they have a high-stakes summative assessment. Kaltura Capture is another tool that students can use to record presentations. They can record any material on the screen, such as PowerPoint, Word documents, software programs, and narrate while they're presenting. The Kaltura tool includes auto captions of recordings, so that's something to keep in mind. Again, be sure to review the auto captions and revise them to ensure accuracy. There are a number of workshop recordings on our Keep Teaching site to instruct students and faculty on how to use Kaltura, and I will send those links as well with the post-workshop email and resources that I'll send to each of the people in this session today. There are many other tools available that students can use to present online. Students may be familiar with other tools that you're not experienced using. Be flexible and consider letting students use tools that they're comfortable with if the tools can be incorporated with your online course. Remember to keep it simple and encourage the use of tools that do not require extensive training, equipment, or resources. You may contact our team for advice. We are happy to work with you. We've discussed web conferencing tools, video authoring, screencasting, recording, portfolios, and other tools that students can use to present in their online courses. During this dynamic and uncertain time that we are currently experiencing, it is important to think carefully about synchronous sessions conducted using web conferencing and how they're handled. For example, due to other priorities and shelter in place, students may not be able to participate in synchronous sessions. At the same time and with the same regular commitment as they were before due to unexpected responsibilities that have been thrust upon them and are very unexpected. As I mentioned earlier, our Keep Teaching workshops also provide suggestions about being flexible, patient, kind, and open to options to support student success. I've been working with the students in the course that I'm teaching this semester and talking to them about the different types of tools that they have available, and if it works and they can meet the course requirements, then we're going with it. And the quality of the education and the assignments they are submitting maintain a high quality of academic work. So I'm very pleased about that. And remember to consider the students' needs. Glitches are going to happen with the high demand on the various systems that we have. Use online resources that are available. Kindness and patience go a long way. Keep it simple. You might not want to use a large number of tools now. If you find one or two that work well for presentations and engagement, then you might want to stick to those. And when you're working with yourself and your students, extend grace to both yourself and your students, and know that you're going to be successful. And there are many other options for student presentations, including Blackboard Collaborate, Microsoft Teams, Google Hangouts, and Microsoft PowerPoint. Whatever method you use, just be sure to consider the resources that are available to help you and your students learn how to use the tools. And that's why today the focus was on the tools that we have curated resources and support for on our Keep Teaching and Keep Learning sites. Also, make sure that there are ways to make the material accessible to the class. For instance, the Kaltura and VoiceThread have auto caption recordings, and YouTube also offers auto caption. And as I mentioned earlier, just be sure to check the auto caption because it's decent. And if you have questions about these tools, contact our team. We are happy to help you. If you have a student that has an accommodation letter from the Disability Resource Center at NIU, then you can contact the Disability Resource Center, and they will provide support and resources to help both you and the student with that process. And you can connect with faculty development as well. As I mentioned earlier when going over the various tools, many resources have been curated and posted on our Keep Teaching site, and that's a screenshot of the site that you're seeing now. It's keepteaching.niu.edu. There are strategies, suggestions, scenarios. We have many, many resources and workshops and frequently asked questions, and we update the site on a regular basis. So it's a good idea to keep checking it because it really is building on a daily basis, and it's there to support NIU and those that can learn from our different tools and experiences. We also have a Keep Learning site that is focused on student support to help their transition to remote teaching and learning as well. This site includes information on learning tools, internet access, tips for how to be successful in online learning. You could share that site with your students as a resource. And that site is evolving regularly as well as we continue to build additional resources. Please let us know how we can help. There are several ways to connect with the Faculty Development and Instructional Design Center team as you transition to remote teaching and learning. You can call us, you can leave a voicemail, email, or schedule a time to meet virtually with us. We have appointments where we meet in the Blackboard Collaborate system, and we can help you with your various needs for the transition to remote teaching. Don't hesitate to contact us, as we have resources that are already developed and will save you time and will save your students time. There is no need to recreate resources that are already available.
Yvonne, this is Dan. I just wanted to make one clarification on the one-on-one consultations. We actually don't have in-person consultations. They are limited to online or phone consultations or virtual consultations.
Yes, thank you, Dan. Thank you. Don't hesitate to contact us. We're happy to help you. Several students have let NIU know that they appreciate the efforts that everyone is making to transition to remote teaching and learning. The positive comments and acknowledgement are evidence that your efforts are making a positive difference. Great job. Thanks for being calm, positive, flexible, supportive, and kind. As we all work through this unprecedented time, remember the Huskies mantra, forward together. Remember to take time to care for yourselves, stay hydrated, get some exercise, spend some time outside, enjoy the sunshine, take breaks, Meditate, stay positive, and keep that can-do attitude going. There will be ebbs and flows in your energy and your students' energy throughout this process. These cycles are expected, and as my mom always said, this too shall pass. This together, and we are stronger together. Take a couple of deep breaths, center yourself, and know that you are going to be successful. There are many support options for you. Now, I will stop the recording and address the questions that you may have.